Have you ever found yourself caught in the chaotic whirlwind of life, feeling as though you're being spun around by forces outside of your control? Maybe it's the relentless pressure of work deadlines, personal relationships that seem to be fraying at the edges, or the constant barrage of world news that leaves you anxious. In these moments of overwhelming stress, it's easy to feel powerless, as if you're merely a spectator in your own life. But what if there was a way to reclaim that sense of control? A philosophy that offers not just solace, but practical tools to navigate the stormy seas of modern existence. This is where the ancient wisdom of Stoic philosophy comes in. It's not just an abstract concept, but a living guide that can transform how you interact with the world around you. Imagine the year is 180 CE, and you're standing in the heart of Rome. The air is filled with the buzz of a bustling city alive with energy. Among the bevy of Roman citizens stands Marcus Aurelius, the emperor, a man who faces immense pressures every day. His reign is burdened with wars, plagues, and political intrigue. Yet amidst this tumult, Marcus finds his anchor in Stoic philosophy, which he records in his personal journal, later known to the world as Meditations. Picture him in a quiet corner of his palace, pen in hand, reflecting on concepts of virtue, duty, and the ephemeral nature of life. He writes not for the world, but for himself, seeking clarity and peace in his role as emperor. His reflections reveal a profound commitment to the Stoic ideals of accepting the things he cannot change, focusing his efforts on what he can, and maintaining inner tranquility despite the outer chaos. This vivid image of Stoic resilience is a powerful testament to how these ancient teachings can be applied to the high-stakes demands of life, reminding us that even the great and powerful felt the same pressures we do today. Now let's delve into the heart of Stoic philosophy, a school of thought founded in Athens in the early 3rd century BCE. At its core, Stoicism teaches that the path to happiness is found in accepting the present moment as it is, cultivating an attitude of calm and rational detachment from the tumult of external events. The Stoics believe that we are only responsible for our own actions and the virtues that guide them: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Imagine your mind as a serene lake. On its surface, the winds of fortune create ripples. These are the external events that we cannot control. But beneath the surface lies calmness, and it is here that the Stoic finds strength, focusing on maintaining this inner peace regardless of the chaos above. One of the key principles is the dichotomy of control, an idea promoted by Epictetus, a former slave turned Stoic philosopher. The dichotomy of control categorizes everything in life into two buckets: what we can control and what we cannot. Our thoughts, intentions, and reactions fall into the former. The behavior of others, the weather, the economy, these belong to the latter. By focusing our energy solely on what we can control, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary worries and anxieties. It's like tending to a garden where the weather is unpredictable. You cannot control when it rains or when it shines, but you can decide how you nurture the plants, how you till the soil, and how you protect them from pests. In today's world, this philosophy can be a powerful tool. Consider how often we stress over things beyond our control: the behavior of a colleague, the outcome of a project, or even traffic jams on our commute. By acknowledging the limits of our control and redirecting our energy towards our responses to these situations, we can cultivate a more resilient mindset. It's about training our minds to focus on the process, the effort and intent we put into our actions, rather than the outcome, which is often conditioned by factors beyond our control. But how do we bring these ancient ideas into our morning routines? Picture yourself tomorrow morning, waking up just before your alarm, the quiet of the early hour wrapping around you like a soft blanket. Instead of reaching for your phone, you take a moment to breathe deeply, grounding yourself in the present. This small act of mindfulness, focusing on what you can control, your morning mood and reactions, sets the tone for your day. The first practical step is embracing a daily practice of mindfulness and reflection. Dedicate a few minutes each morning or evening to journal your thoughts, much like Marcus Aurelius did. Reflect on your day, noting moments where you successfully practiced Stoic principles and areas where you might have let external events dictate your emotions. This practice is not about criticism, but about growth, allowing you to gradually align your actions with your values. Another technique is to practice negative visualization, a staple of Stoic exercises. Spend some time imagining potential setbacks and how you might react with equanimity. This isn't about pessimism. Instead, it's a mental rehearsal, preparing your mind to face challenges with composure. For example, imagine a day where a critical meeting doesn't go as planned. Visualize yourself maintaining calm and using the experience as a learning opportunity. By rehearsing these scenarios in a safe mental space, you build resilience and are less likely to be caught off guard in reality. Next, there's the development of a gratitude practice. Stoicism emphasizes acknowledging and appreciating what we have rather than lamenting what we lack. Each day, make it a habit to write down a few things you're grateful for. This can be anything from the supportive colleague who helped you through a tough task to the simple pleasure of your morning cup of coffee. Recognizing these small joys shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, fostering contentment and reducing the emotional grip of uncontrollable external factors. A common challenge is dealing with criticism or negative feedback, whether at work or in personal spaces. Stoicism advises us to separate the criticism from our self-worth and view it objectively. When faced with criticism, pause and reflect on its substance. Is there truth in it? Can it offer a lesson for self-improvement? By approaching criticism with a detached curiosity rather than a defensive stance, you empower yourself to grow while maintaining inner peace. Another practical application involves cultivating resilience through voluntary discomfort. It sounds paradoxical, but deliberately stepping out of your comfort zone strengthens your ability to handle life's inevitable challenges. Take a cold shower, skip a meal, or forego digital distractions for a day. These acts teach you to endure discomfort willingly, reinforcing the Stoic belief that true happiness comes not from external pleasures, but from our internal strength and virtue. Finally, let's consider how to respond to the unpredictability of daily life with the Stoic virtue of temperance, which relates to self-control and moderation. In situations where you feel your patience tested, like waiting in line or dealing with a logistical mishap, practice temperance by regulating your emotional responses. Instead of reacting with frustration, take a moment to breathe deeply, embracing the opportunity to practice patience. This not only alleviates stress, but also aligns your actions with your values, nurturing your emotional resilience. As we draw to a close, remember that Stoicism is not about detaching from the world or becoming emotionless. Instead, it's about engaging with life from a place of strength, deeply rooted in the things you can control. Each day offers a new opportunity to practice these principles, to live with intention, and to find peace amidst the inevitable chaos. Start by integrating these practices into your daily life, and you may find yourself more grounded, more resilient, and more in control, no matter what life throws your way. Embrace this journey with the wisdom of the Stoics, and let it guide you towards a more fulfilled and tranquil existence. The next time you feel the storm clouds gathering, remember, you hold the power to calm the waters within.